to yet another beautiful episode of the Travel Guide, and you're with me, Kirti Ramachandran. Today we are starting off the journey at Mattancherry, and this is a place away from the city of Kochi, 12 kilometers away from the city of Kochi, and I have taken the boat to come here. It takes almost 12 kilometers journey from Kochi to be here, and for the boat it just costs 2 rupees 50 paise. It's very cheap. And Kochi's Mattancherry is known as a place which is actually the heart of the city. If you want to know the pulse of Kochi, you need to know the stories of the streets of Mattancherry. So here I am and you are with me, and we are going to learn what are the stories of Kochi hidden at the avenues of Mattancherry. Now that is the main depot of Mattancherry. It's from there that we take the boats to the city, and from there back to the place in Mattancherry. That is the boat depot of Mattancherry. Mattancherry is a place known for its rich culture. It is actually a little India where you get to see different kinds of traditions and cultures mixing together. The diverse tastes and diverse cultures of Konkanis, Tamil Brahmins, Gujaratis, and too many other kind of different kinds of people. You can see a mix of all of these tradition and culture only in the town of Mattancherry. As I just said, Mattancherry is not just a place for tradition, where you can see a mix of tradition, culture and all. It's also a place that is ideal for shopping, and that is, you can get such curious objects here. There are quite a number of quaint, decorative pieces, ornaments. Oh, that reminds me of the long Vasco da Gama regime or something, some historical period. Among the different tourist destinations of Mattancherry, one of them is the Dutch Palace. It seems on Fridays and Saturdays even the synagogues are closed, so I also might not be able to enter the synagogue. So we'll be moving on to the Jew Street. That is yet another attraction of the Mattancherry. Now I am walking across the Jew Street of Mattancherry. It is known that except for a few group of Jew families, you don't get to see other Jews inhabiting the place. But still, all those curious objects of the Jews can be still seen here, because there was a period when the Jew Street, as it is so called because of the large number of Jew inhabitants in the Mattancherry city, still their culture, their tradition, everything is so much preserved here. Talking about the Jew Street, this was once a backbone of the Kochi city's finance. That much of amount and revenue was generated from this place. Jew Street was earlier filled with different kinds of homes, apartments. Even now, too many apartments are still retained, while at the same time, many of the apartments have been converted into shops. So that is why all across this place, as I was walking through this place, you would have seen by my both right and left side, it's so full of shops, and mostly the shops are, you can see here, full of rich of curios or garments or even exotic jewelry. These are the kind of pieces that we mostly see in the Jewish trade now. It is at the farthest end of Jew Street that the legendary synagogue is situated. So I'm standing near the signboard of the synagogue which says it's 0.1 kilometer from here. I need to take a walk across this avenue to reach the synagogue. This was built in 1760, this clock tower. After this synagogue was built, and synagogue was built in the 15th century, while this was built in the 18th century. It was a later addition, this clock tower. Now I'm standing at the premises of the Jewish synagogue, and the synagogue was built in 1568 by the Spanish, Dutch and European Jews. One of its kind Jewish synagogue in the whole country. Only on Fridays and Saturdays it's holiday. We are not permitted to go inside. So this is the legendary Jewish synagogue.